Hello and welcome to another IELTS speaking practice. Today, class IELTS 43, three students is going to do their regular speaking practice. So let's start first by doing part one, okay? So let's start with a few topics from part one, which is, let's say, let's talk about decoration then. So Miss Zhao, what's the decoration like in your home? Hello? Miss Zhao, please, what's the decoration like in your home? What? Zhao, why don't you just answer? Hello, what's wrong with your microphone, something? Zhao ơi, trả lời đi, em đang hỏi được hỏi đó. Hello? Something's wrong with her microphone. Maybe lỗi rồi, okay. Okay, Tran, please. So what's the decoration like in your home?
My home decoration is mainly based on my
Based
my selection of furnitures and paintings that I'm using for my bedroom and living room.
Remember, the furniture is uncountable, okay? Không đếm được nha. So basically, if you want to say many furnitures, you can say pieces of furnitures, you know?
Pieces, okay, and the theme of my house decoration is green and natural
Natural materials,
design.
natural
Yeah,
plants and things like that.
yeah, natural design and plants. I select many, I'll say, furnitures
Mhm.
and some, I'll say, some color match with the theme I want.
I see. So, how about you, Mr.? What's the decoration like in your home?
My home is quite simple and like others house. There are a living room, two bedrooms, and a kitchen. That there is no clear divisions between kitchens and where to eat because
You
we
mean the
usually
kitchen and the dining room? You mean?
yes, the
There's
dining
something
room.
called dining room, you know, sometimes people separate it, you know.
There is no clear divisions between kitchens and dining room. I can eat where I like, just in living room. And some furnitures that I usually use like sofa and televisions in my living room where I love to spend my time with my family.
Okay. Okay, so let's come back to Miss Zhao now. So do you think decoration in the home is necessary? Necessary. Is it necessary enough? What do you think? Hello, Miss Zhao. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, please answer that one. Do you think decoration in the home is necessary?
Well, personally, I believe that decorations are quite important to make our house become more attractive and appealing for, especially for the guests who come and visit our house. And the decorations are also important to
Yes.
The decorations will make our house become less boring, and
Less boring,
they
more
will
attractive, more alluring, right? Or more warm and welcoming, maybe.
yes.
Okay, so Miss Jiao, so what's the decoration like in your home then?
Well, honestly, the decorations coming from my home are actually quite basic and simple. There are some pictures hanging on the walls,
Mhm.
and some uh, flower vases, which are placed on the tables um, in the living room or on every table in my house.
Okay. So so Miss Zhang, please, what kind of decoration do you want to have then?
Personally, I prefer a decoration style named wabi sabi that's inspired by Japanese style.
Oh, the Japanese
With
style.
style
Okay.
with simple and functional furniture, and the color would be neutral color such as white and brown color,
Okay.
and with the warm lighting, and it make people feel that they are welcome when they step into my house and feel like home. I don't I don't I don't I don't yeah, I'm not impressed by the fancy and and luxury decoration style. For me, it's a waste of money.
Let me so okay, I see. So what do you think, Joe? Do Vietnamese people like to redecorate their home? Why not? You know, sometimes you have to do that when your home becomes dirty, or you just want to have a better feng shui for your home, you know? You know, we talk about feng shui sometimes in English too, feng shui, to have a better feng shui. Sometimes people redecorate their home for that, and they put more plants, you know, they put more plants and flowers or something like that. And sometimes they even repaint their walls, you know. So what do you think, Miss Trúc? Do Vietnamese people like to redecorate their homes? Why not?
I think that Vietnamese people really like to redecorate their home because after a long time you live in there, everything's are damaged to be extent.
Mhm.
So such as the wall or the roof, and you need to redecorate your home to have a space more comfortable
Mhm.
and relaxing.
I see. So, Miss Trúc, what's your favorite color when decorating your home?
My favorite color is beige, and I love that color to spend my work. That color make me feel comfortable because it's a basis, not too bright, and make you feel and make you feel sometimes feels not not comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. So, Miss Zhao, please. So, what's your favorite color when decorating your home and why?
Well, I'm really into the type of color is which makes me feel comfortable to look at, and it would look it would make me feel calm. So typically I really love the color blue.
We say typically. Điển hình là typically, yes.
So typically, I really love to decorate my house with the color of blue, as it is not too bright or not too dark at all, and it is also mm, looks quite different from other houses that I have seen, which are white. And
You know, I just don't really fancy the white color of the walls in most Vietnamese homes, you know. People think it's clean, people think it's elegant, but to be honest, I really don't like it. That's why you see my home is a bit more colorful now, much more colorful. So, Miss Jiao, please, so would you decorate the walls with paintings or no?
Yes, of course. I could say that I'm really into arts, um, any forms of arts actually, and it would be really good to decorate, to hang the different paintings on the walls. Those paintings would be an excellent idea to make my house become more appealing, and they will also um, make it become more colorful.
I see. So, Miss Tripoli, so would you decorate the walls with paintings? What do you think about that idea?
That idea is very great because it makes your home more attractive and
Correct, more attractive, you mean?
yeah, more attractive. I think besides paintings, we can decorate with photographs. I think it's more close to people because photograph show the memories of people who live in that house. Like my like my sister, she hand the pictures of my of her child at his first month 1 years old.
You mean
and 2
you mean the
years
pictures
old.
of babies, like when he
Yes.
was just 1 or 2 years old, or first
Yes.
month or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Be careful. Paintings and pictures are different, you know. Painting, you have to use the brush to paint it, or someone else paint it for you and you buy it, you know. But pictures, it's when you just take a photograph, you know, and then you print it out, you know.
Yes, I want to talk about besides paintings because I don't think that many people are hand painting than hand photographs.
Photographs.
Photograph, yes.
All right, so Miss Strang, would you decorate the walls with paintings?
Absolutely. I prefer nature-inspired paintings. I currently have I currently having many paintings in my living room and my bedroom just show some of my favorite trees and tropical style. I beside paintings, I also love to show to have some motivation quotes
Mhm.
uh, on the wall to encourage me uh, every day after work or just keep me relaxed, like the purpose of the paintings. And I believe that the paintings on the wall can show some of my characteristic, like I'm a chill and calm person.
Oh well, I don't think you should use the word chill, I think. The word
Uh,
chill is a slang, nó từ lóng nha, cái từ chill là từ lóng nha. Đừng dùng cho IELTS nha. Let's just say let's just say
I'm a calm
I'm a
and
calm and easygoing.
yeah, and I'm a calm, easygoing, and open-minded. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay, let's use the word easygoing. Dễ tính á.
yeah.
Easygoing person. It's someone who doesn't actually who is not choosy, không kén chọn. It's someone who's not choosy, someone who is not critical of others. The word critical also means like often gives critics, often criticize, hay chỉ trích người khác. Well, who's not critical of others, who's not choosy, is someone who's easygoing. Now, so let's go to the next part. Another. Okay, let's do New Year celebration. So, Miss Zhang, please. So, do you celebrate New Year?
Oh, absolutely. I think absolutely yes. I think New Year is one of the biggest event for me and my family. We usually have a big family gathering during the New Year, and we enjoy some special activity at home, like cooking, some special meals, and do some firework to share the joy together and wish best luck for the new year to every family member.
Mm.
We also give I also give some lucky money to my niece and cousin, and also I give some lucky money to my parents to wish the best health for them.
Okay. So, yeah, Miss Tran, thank you. So, how do you celebrate New Year then? It's like, do you celebrate with other people or do you throw a party, Mở tiệc. Some people they throw a party, yeah. If you are really extrovert, a big fan, if you are a big fan of party, an extrovert, obviously you would throw a party, but well, it depends on people, of course. So, Mr. How do you celebrate New Year then?
For me, New Year's is the time for me to spend with my beloved one, including my family members and some of my close friends. We usually gather a big breakfast and dinner in the first day of the new year.
Okay. On the first day. On the first day.
First day of the new year.
Yes.
And I'm talking about Lunar New Year.
Oh.
So, yeah, and
How about like the Christian? How about the not the lunar? We use Christian calendar these days. So how about New Year that everyone in the world celebrate? On January the 1st of every year. People often celebrate as well. So what do you think about that, Miss Trang?
Oh, okay. For the New Year, Christmas New Year and New Year Eve, I also usually celebrate it with my family and friends and my girlfriends. In the when the midnight approach, we gather at the roof of
When
my
midnight
house.
approaches. So when midnight approaches. So when
when
midnight
midnight approaches,
approaches, khi nửa đêm tiến tới gần, when midnight approaches, what would you do then?
when midnight approaches, me and my family members,
I and my family, cẩn thận. Chủ ngữ, chủ ngữ.
I
So,
and my
subject, I and my family
family members usually gather at the rooftop of my house and count down to the new year together, watch the firework, and then drink the beer and drink beer together. I believe it's a joyful moment, and then we go down and go to sleep.
Mm, I see. You know, some people they just they go out to the street and they greet their neighbors on a New Year day, you know.
No,
But to be honest with you, on
I'm too
Lunar New
introvert.
Year in Vietnam, people actually avoid going to other people's home on the first day of Lunar New Year because they don't want to bring bad luck, you know. It's a kind of superstition, you know,
Yeah.
kind of superstition, sự mê tín. So people actually people avoid going to visit their neighbors or friends on the first day of the Lunar New Year. So what do you think about this one, Miss Trúc? So how do you celebrate New Year then, Miss Trúc?
I remember
Okay, louder
that
please, louder please, louder please.
I think that the days leading up to test are traditional New Year holidays in Vietnam are
Yeah.
the most enjoyable because the test atmospheres fill the air.
Atmosphere.
Yes, atmosphere fills the air everywhere. Generally, because traditional belief show that for in this holiday,
During the
everything
test
must be
holiday, during the test holiday. Let's just use the word Lunar New Year, okay?
Yes.
Bây giờ mình cứ xài cái từ Lunar New Year thiệt luôn á, nghĩ là như vậy. I think you should use the word Lunar New Year instead, I think.
Okay. In Lunar New Year, everything must be complete with full decorations and family member. So the most memory that I remember.
The most memory, are you sure?
The
The
most
most
memorable
event or the most memorable
things that I never
Điều đáng nhớ
forget
nhất. Yes, the most memorable thing that I will never forget is something like that.
Is every family member sits together waiting the moment.
Sit together, yeah.
Sits together waiting for the moment the new year begins.
Okay. So Miss Chow, please, do you think New Year celebrations are necessary? Because some people they think that because of the New Year celebration, people have to you know, they have to work so hard at the end of the year, and then the prices of everything just keep increasing, you know, at the year end, you know. And especially if you go out and eat during New Year days, the prices can be like double or triple, you know. It can be very expensive. So some people they actually support to abolish, you know, bãi bỏ, to abolish New Year celebrations. So, Ms. Jia, what do you think? Do you think New Year celebrations are necessary?
Well, for me, I think that New Year celebrations are really indispensable. especially in society nowadays. First of all, New Year's celebrations are um how people uh I think that celebrating New Year is a way for a lot of family members to gather around and have discussions, and also to um, enhance family bonds. And also, I believe that celebrating New Year is a way to represent the start of the next year, which I think is really important. Um, and also, New Year celebrations are really necessary when for a lot of people to have a moment to get away from their work and studying. They are able to enjoy different activities with their beloved ones, with their friends. Um, it's a way to relieve stress and pressure from working.
I see. So, Miss Jiao, do you still remember a new year you celebrated? There has to be something memorable enough, so you still remember it. Do you still remember a new year that you celebrated?
Yes, of course, I could say that every new year is like every new year has a special moment to me, and of course, like every new year celebrations that I had in the past, me and my family and I always
Very good.
spent time together watching fireworks, um having conversations, long
What kind of
conversations
conversation?
together.
I was like, what kind of conversation? Because it depends. It can be
Uh,
serious conversation, and sometimes you don't really want to listen to that. Well, but anyway, so Miss Trang, please. So do you still remember a new year that you celebrated?
Yes, I remember clearly the New Year celebration 2 years ago. That's a special time when the COVID-19 hit, and my family tried to gather everyone to have the traditional gathering for Lunar New Year,
Hmm.
and people gave so much effort to
Effort.
effort.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
effort.
Effort.
People gave so much effort.
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 Yes, people gave so much efforts to do
Yeah,
what?
people get so much effort to get through of the health check and some regulation from
Mm,
different districts
mm.
to finally gather at my home. That's a one lifetime experience, because it's feel very special when
Mm.
I see my beloved member still healthy, and
You
they're
mean still what? Still what? I don't understand.
still healthy.
Still healthy. I
Yeah.
see. I was like, still have feet.
Sorry,
Có
still
chân.
healthy. Yeah.
I was like, để nghe những người thân của tôi vẫn có chân. What the hell? I was like, still have feet? What? I was like, healthy. Okay, fine. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Okay, so Miss Trúc, so how do you have any ceremonies to celebrate New Year in your country or your hometown? Because you know, according to each hometown, there may be different ceremonies, you know. It depends on the regions. So like sometimes they just prepare mâm cơm cúng. Sometimes they just prepare the food for ready for worshiping. Sometimes they just prepare the food for worshiping, and then later on they just gather around and eat that food. But sometimes it's more complicated than that, you know. Sometimes people have to dress up, ăn mặc diện lên, ăn mặc chưng diện lên. Sometimes people have to dress up, you know, and they do some other kind of ceremonies as well. So what do you think, Ms. Trúc? Do you have any ceremonies to celebrate the new year in your country or your hometown?
Many ceremonies to celebrate the new year in my hometown. For example, offering to the kitchen gods in December 23rd of the lunar calendar.
Wait, kitchen
Families
god is
make,
ông Táo, right?
yes.
Okay, and the god of the land. So the god of the land là ông địa, right? The god of the land, I think. I'm not so sure because I'm not religious, okay? I don't know much about those things. Anyway, so please continue. Don't let me stop you.
Families make offering to the kitchen gods who are believed to report their household activity to the ones known as Chess Emperor.
What's to the what?
Ngọc Hoàng, I think, Chess Emperor.
To the emperor on the heaven, right?
Yes.
Ông hoàng đế trên thiên đường, right? So it's
Yes,
called
yes.
the emperor. I think the emperor in heaven.
Yes.
Ngọc Hoàng. Yeah, actually he's the king or the emperor in heaven, right? Ông là trên thiên đình thì ông là vua. Yeah. Okay, so what else?
And another activity that I love so much is families prepare sticky rice cake.
Of course, sticky rice cake.
As traditional food for Lunar New Year in Vietnam. We don't usually
Actually, you can say chung
do
cake,
this.
no problem. You can say
Yes,
chung
okay.
cake, no problem. Or sticky rice
Yes.
cake if you want to.
Yes. Nowadays, not many families do that because they cannot buy in the markets or supermarkets or order to Shopee and food app. But I
Shopping
think
or do
these
shopping on
are,
food apps, right? On food apps.
yes, as a
Okay.
food app. But I believe that these activity like this help people make a close connection and make you feel the Lunar New Year atmosphere more clearly.
I see. So back to Miss Strang now. So why do people think that New Year is a new beginning? What do you think, Miss Strang? So people often think that, okay, this year I'm gonna do this and that, you know. So do you have something called New Year? It's called New Year resolution.
Yes.
It's like New Year resolution means like, what are we gonna do this year? What is the goal of this year? What I'm going to achieve? Like, for example, be able to pay off, for example, to pay off my debts. Trả hết nợ. Or to be able to purchase a car or to purchase an apartment, you know, something like that, you know. And but why? But the question is, why do people think that New Year is a new beginning? What do you think, Miss Tran?
I believe people is and
Believe, xuống
especially
giọng Trang, đừng lên quá. Believe không được. I believe, I
I
believe.
believe I
Yes,
believe people and especially Vietnamese people
yes.
think the new year is the new beginning
Mhm.
because the new year is a symbol of a fresh start, and it can bring more lucks.
It can bring more luck for sure. It can.
Bring more luck. It's a chance to leave behind.
It's a chance to.
It's a chance to leave behind the past year mistake and problem. For
Tại sao
example,
cái bên Trang mỗi lần Trang nói nó hay bị tẹt giống như kiểu mình nó bị distortion á, nó bị xé tiếng á.
interruption.
I don't know why. Something's wrong with your microphone, I think.
Or let me leave and join again.
No. I think you should try another microphone, maybe. I think it's something to do with your microphone, I think.
Oh, I don't use microphone. I use the microphone in my laptop.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I don't have
Sometimes.
headphone. Yeah, and I don't have separate headphone. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine now. Okay, let's just continue now. So what did you say about new beginning then?
Oh, okay. Yeah, em nói là I believe people and especially Vietnamese people believe the new year is a new beginning, as it's a symbol of a fresh start with more lucks and better chance. They believe that it's the best time to leave behind
Best time is the best time.
It's the best.
It's the
time.
best time
It's the best time to leave behind.
to leave behind.
To leave behind the past year mistake.
Which one?
Past year.
Past year. Okay, be
Past
careful.
year.
Nha. The
Yeah.
past year. Okay.
Past year mistake and issues such as they pay off they paying off the debt, and in the new year they usually, especially me, I usually make the new year resolution with different goal for my career, my physical health and mental health, and my contribution for
My contribution.
my contribution for my family and myself. And the new year atmosphere make people and me feel very motivated that we can achieve that.
I see. Now, so Miss Chow, please. So talking about New Year celebration. So why do people think that New Year is a new beginning? What do you think? Because everyone has a different ways to explain this question, you know? Maybe because their previous year was so bad, you know? It's like people when 2023 ended, everyone was like, oh my God, the economy of this year was so bad. And they hope that the economy of 2024 was going to be better. But actually it improved a little bit, right? Do you think it improved a little bit, Miss Chow?
Yes.
Somehow, right? Okay, please answer the question. So why do people think that New Year is a new beginning then?
There are a lot of reasons. Why some people think that New Year is a new beginning. For some people, they believe that New Year New Year is a new beginning for them, is because they get a chance to forget all the mistakes they had made from the previous year, and New Year is a new start for them to not the New Year is a new start for them to not repeat the same mistakes anymore. And it's also the previous year is known to be a lesson for them to not repeat in the next year. And also the New Year is
Recording
a
in
way for
progress.
people to set up their goals for them to achieve in the future. And
Miss Tran, please
it's
just only
also
use one microphone now because it interferes with each other, you know. Okay, so please continue, Miss Chow.
and having a new start is the opportunity for them to be to
Yes.
improve themselves in all aspects. For example, their personality, their attitude, or
Attitude, you mean?
their mental and yes.
Great. So I see. Okay, let's go to part 2 now, shall we? We have spent a lot of time with part 1 to warm up now. So this is 11, right? Okay, let me just write down. Okay, 11. So let's go to part 2 and 3 now. Okay, so let's try 42 then. Describe a perfect job that you would like to have in the future. You should say what it is, how you knew about that perfect job, you know, what it is like, and explain why you think it is perfect. Tại sao cái công việc đó hoàn hảo? Because for every individual, everyone has a different idea of which one is a perfect one, you know. Mỗi người có một cái ý tưởng khác nhau về cái nào là perfect job nha. Because sometimes a perfect job might not be the job that helps you earn well, you know, but you feel great when you do that job. And you can help the others a lot. You feel happy when you do that job. Then that job is perfect for you then. But to some others, money is the greatest motivation for them. So some people think that the money is the greatest motivation for them. So they would really want to choose a job that pays really well. But the problem is nothing good comes for cheap, you know. Không có gì mà tốt mà nó lại rẻ cả. Nothing good comes cheap, you know. And this saying can be applied for job as well. You know, if you get paid very well, then you have to face a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stress, and a lot of things that can make you feel bad, you know. Okay, so you should explain why you think it's perfect as well. Okay, and then part 3 about the choice of jobs, lựa chọn nghề nghiệp. So what kind of jobs do children like? So think about when you were children, you know, what kind of jobs did you really like to do? Like, for example, policeman, policewoman, teacher, doctors, you know. Some children, they would love to become a musician, you know, or a singer, musicians. singers, or sometimes they just want to be a billionaire, you know, something like that. And you should explain why children choose those kind of jobs, you know, and will those kind of jobs remain the same when they grow up? Khi chúng lớn lên thì chúng có chọn y chang công việc đó không? So you should think about that as well, you know. Okay. Do children like to choose the same profession as their parents? Think about this one. Some children do, some children don't, you know. It's like if you are so comfortable living in that environment and you don't want to try new things, and you would probably choose the same profession as your parents. Because if you choose the same profession as your parents, then you have full support. You have full support from them, you know. Có đầy đủ sự ủng hộ từ ba má luôn á. And of course, it's easier for you to get settled in that profession. Nó giống như là dễ dàng cho mình để mà mình gọi là đặt đâu ngồi đó, thì đương nhiên là mọi thứ nó dễ dàng hơn cho mình rất nhiều để mà mình settle, để mà mình gọi là ổn định trong công việc đó luôn. It's easier for you to get settled in that profession if you choose the same profession as your parents, yes. But of course, some other people, they prefer to not do the same as their parents. Well, you have to think about that. Now, so will people regret their career choices when they become older? Think about the fact that so everything changes, right? Cái gì cũng thay đổi cả. So at one point in life, you may regret your career choices because you didn't pursue a certain career path. Mình đã không theo đuổi một cái con đường công danh sự nghiệp nhất định nào đó. Like you didn't pursue a certain career path, and up to at some point in your life, you become you regret it, you know. Or maybe you will not. We'll never know. You will never know. Like for example, a lot of people, I think this is a main problem when a lot of people, they just follow the crowd, you know. Cứ theo đám đông thôi. They just follow the crowd. They don't exactly know what they want to do, you know. So of course, when they graduate and they start working, they feel that that job is not for them, so they choose a different career, you know. But the problem is they have spent so much money, time, and effort in order to study a degree, to study a course, to get a degree, and then to get a job, you know. So a lot of the time they regret, you know. So you should give a lot of examples. Cho ví dụ nhiều chứ. And then what should people consider when choosing jobs? Những yếu tố nào con người ta cần phải cân nhắc khi lựa chọn công việc? So think about the working environment. Like what kind of environment would you like to work in? How about colleagues? How about career prospects? Triển vọng công việc. Like for example, is it easy to get promoted? Có dễ dàng được thăng tiến không? Is it how can I say, does it pay well? Of course, the salary or the compensation is actually salary. Sự bù trừ, bù trả lương. So compensation is salary, yes. And people should also consider like the market demand, you know, nhu cầu của thị trường. Because sometimes at the point that you choose to at one point you choose a job, right? So you enter university. By the time you graduated, maybe the market demand for that job is not as good as it used to be. You know, so you have to think ahead, you know, phải suy nghĩ hướng tương lai nha. You have to think ahead of the time. Like for example, right now, well, there's a lot of people who are jobless right now, I think. Or they do jobs, they do things that they don't want to do. Well, you have to think about the future. Right now, we have AI, artificial intelligence. So a lot of jobs will just simply disappear, you know. You have to think about that, to consider. And also you have to consider whether are you physically fit for the job? Về thể chất mình có đủ khỏe cho công việc đó không? Are you physically fit for the job? For example, some jobs they are very physically demanding, you know, đòi hỏi về thể lực. Like for example, being a doctor or a teacher is a very physically demanding job, you know. If you're not strong enough, you may get sick very often, you know, and you cannot help people very well. And also think about your ability to deal with stress, khả năng đương đầu với căng thẳng của bản thân nữa. Of course, you have to choose that. Like for example, I chose to be an online teacher because I cannot deal with stress very well, you know. And so that's why I work as a freelancer. If I work for a center or a school, I have to be put under a lot of stress and I don't like it, you know. For example. So also think about whether the job, does it fit your personality? Like, does it fit your personality? Does it really, do you really feel great when doing that job? Or are you just working to pay the bill, you know? Thật sự cảm thấy thích công việc hay không, hay là chỉ làm việc để trả tiền hóa đơn các thứ, you know? Okay, so think about this one. 42. Okay, Ms. Trúc, you first, please. Describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future, please.
For me, a perfect job is a job that helps you improve yourself every day. I think a great job for someone like me who is introvert is working
It's an introvert.
Introvert is working in a laboratory.
Laboratory,
Research.
in a lab, in a laboratory. Những âm đầu nha,
Yeah.
laboratory.
In a lab, researching new products as I am now. However, I hope that the workplace will have more positive change compared to the current situation. For me, perfect jobs is company with a good working environment. It's not just about having a job, but also about having a good job for your cost depends on each other. I would like to work in an environment that allow me more creativity.
Creativity.
Yes, that allow me more creativity because right now I am constrained by many factors. I hope
That sounds sad, you know, that sounds really sad.
Yes, I hope that I don't need to disturb by product cost must always be low, and the products must meet the sales departments, not the customer.
Anyway,
And,
let's not go too deep in details, you know.
Yes.
Okay, stay with what you should say only. Okay. because you have only 2 minutes for part 2, remember. Part 2 có 2 phút thôi nha, đừng nói quá dài, đừng đi quá chi tiết. Alright, good. Now, Miss Ram, your turn, please. Describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future, please.
The perfect job I would like to have in the future is becoming
to
to
have.
have in the future is becoming a commodity trader. It is basically is buying and selling commodities such as agriculture products, rice, soybean, meat, and metals like steel and silver. I first became interested in this job
Interested in.
I first became interested in this job when I attended a sharing section of my college. He presented the job description, the opportunities and challenges of this industry, and especially of this industry, and especially the wide open opportunity of this industry as its lack of industry as at its lack of people. A commodity trader is a job that quite challenging, and it requires a lot of calculation, risk-taking decision.
It requires a lot of calculation, you mean?
It's request, but it's require. It's okay. It's require a lot of calculation, risk-taking decisions. It involves analyzing the market trend, talking to different people, including the customers and competitors, to understand the supply and demand and take the position. For me, it's a perfect job because it's a combination of my interest in finance, and it can bring me significant rewards if I make the right decision and bring the best profit to the company. It also helps me to understand how this world operate, and especially for the
how this world operates.
How this world operate, and especially in the essential industry of people, which is food industry.
Essential industries, những ngành công nghiệp thiết yếu. Essential industries.
Essential industry is which is food industry.
Of course. Anything else?
Yeah, that's all. That's why I believe commodity trader is the job that I will pursue in the future. Pursue it in the future.
Okay, we will pursue. We will pursue in the future. Okay, good enough. Now, so Miss Xiao, please describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future, please.
Well, a lot of people have their own perspectives in what job they think is perfect for them. But for me, I believe that being a teacher is a really perfect job, even though it's not my priority in the job that I would like to become, the job that I would like to pursue in the future. But for me, being a teacher is I could say that being a teacher is a really perfect job.
Thank you. I was like, thank you. Please.
Oh, well, first of all, personally, I think that being a teacher will absolutely instill in myself a sense of appreciation in life, as I will have a chance to empathize with other students.
You mean improvise?
Empathize.
Improvise, you mean like you don't have to plan
Thấu
ahead?
hiểu thầy.
What word were you trying to use? Emphasize to
Emphasize.
empathy. So empathize, you mean
Yes.
empathize. To empathize with your students, you mean?
Yes.
Thấu hiểu. Okay.
And chance to empathize.
There's also another
my
word. It's called sympathize. Đồng cảm. To sympathize with others. Sim mean the same. Đồng thời á, đồng á. Sympathize, đồng cảm. Okay. Anything else?
to empathize students difficulties they have to go through, especially those who have a very disadvantaged backgrounds. And also being a teacher is a way for me to enhance my abilities in enhancing my skills, especially communicating and how I make conversations with not only my students but also my colleagues. And my colleagues.
Mhm.
And also being a teacher is will be another way for me to improve my ability in will also a way to enhance my motivation and persistence in working, as being a teacher will require me to have to deal with a lot of stress and pressure from
Of course,
other
parents, from students, and from the teaching itself. Trời, giống nghĩa đúng nghĩa làm dâu trăm họ luôn á.
Yes.
So actually, it's very stressful. It's somehow because of the teaching itself, you know, and because of bad students, lazy students, and also from your school if you work for people, yes, and from the parent as well. So a lot of work, a lot of stress, you know. Not kidding. All right, so is that why you think it's perfect? No, I don't think it's perfect. It's perfect for people who enjoy challenges, I think.
Yes. Nhưng em nghĩ là cái nghề dễ nói nhất. Với lại em cũng
Well,
nghĩ
it's the
là
easiest
nhiều đặc điểm.
job to talk about, is it? But
Em cũng nghĩ là
surely
có
it's not perfect. Nhưng mà surely không perfect nha. I can assure you it's not perfect. Anyway, so Miss Tran, please. So what kinds of job do children like?
I think children are usually fond of the job that they feel is fun and exciting to them, and sometimes they are the job they got inspired from their idol, the one that they admire. There are some
They admire.
they admire. There are some common choice of children, which are being a teacher, a doctor, or an astronaut, or even an astronaut, or even a firefighter. Lính cứu hỏa.
Yes, I know.
Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Firefighter. The careers reflect their 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 choice, their imagination,
Their
and
choice. Their choice.
their choice, their choice, their imaginations, that they can be inspired by their parents or some idols on television or on internet, and they want to pursue that job.
Okay, very good. Now, so Miss Trúc, what do you think? Do children like to choose the same profession as their parents?
For me, this concept should be eliminated because it's an outdated belief.
You mean outdated belief?
Yes, outdated belief. Children should choose the job that they really love.
Not
because
choosing things that the parents do, you know.
yes,
I think one exception is actually in the how can I say, medicine, in the medical field, you know, because I've seen so many people whose children also wanted to become doctors, you know. And it is not outdated, but it's like, how can I say, it's a very convenient choice, you know. Với một cái sự lựa chọn rất là tiện đó. It's a very convenient choice because you know it takes a lot to become a doctor, you know. Tốn rất nhiều thứ để trở thành một bác sĩ. So actually their parents have a lot of knowledge, so they have a wealth of skills and knowledge that they can teach their children. So actually it's very convenient if their children also study medicine to become doctors too, you know.
yes. Besides advantages that you said, it also have
There are also
there are also disadvantages, such as if you children have to deal with the pressures because they have to meet the high expectations of a professional people, of professional persons. Of course, because that job because that job is their parent professions, no job, and not always that job is everyone's job.
Okay, now I'm starting to be confused now. I'm starting to be confused now. You know, what are you trying to say then?
I want to say that some disadvantages is that children have to deal with the pressures because they have to meet the high expectations of their parents. And that kind of job is not always everyone dream of. And every child have right to pursue their passions, and
of course they have the right to pursue their passion, of
and
course.
should be supported by their family.
Có quyền, ai cũng có quyền theo đuổi đam mê của họ. Yeah, everyone has the right to pursue their passion, but the problem is in practice, in reality, it doesn't always happen that way, you know. Anyway, so Miss Chow, will people regret their career choices when they become older? What do you think?
Well, everyone, I believe that everyone will have a time that they feel really regretful for having choose the career as they become older. Mostly is because of the setbacks and the difficulties that they had to deal with while choosing their career. Um, Mostly they don't have enough um, motivation while choosing that job. So it leads to the feeling of regret and wanting to um, quit the job that they are doing. And also it's because of
Yes.
um
All right. So, what do you think, Ms. Trang? Will people regret their career choices when they become older?
I think it depends. There is a possibility that some people regret their career choice as they get older. This can happen when they feel unhappy with their job because it's not related with their
Related to
right related to their interest or their passion.
passion
Their
and
passions, passions. And there are some cases that people feel that people feel bored. This the job just let them stay in their own comfort zone, and they
let them
cannot
stay in their comfort zone. To
let them
stay
stay
in
in
their comfort zone, ở trong vùng an
their
toàn.
comfort zone,
Yes.
and they can't develop themselves by working day to day same routine. So career satisfaction influence uh, uh, can be impacted by another factor that the job cannot give people the work life balance, and they don't have enough time for their family, for their children. So and they regret it when they got old. When they get older, their children live stay far away from them, because in the young time they
You
spend
mean
so
when they
much
were
time.
young? You mean when they were younger?
When they were younger, they spend so much time for their career, and they left their kid their children behind.
Okay, so they left the children behind. I see. Good. All right. So, Ms. Trúc, please. So, what should people consider when choosing jobs then?
For me, the first thing is choose a job that matches your field of study. The second is the salary, and the third is the reputations and potential of the company where you want to work long term. I believe that no one hopes to work in a place with no future for growth. Sometimes we accept a low salary to have more learning opportunities as a regular person. While experienced professionals understand the markets better and often focus on the salary and career prospect,
Career prospect. Career prospect.
career prospect,
Career prospect.
career prospect.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, so what do you think, Joe? What should people consider when choosing jobs then?
There are a lot of aspects which a person should consider when choosing a job. First of all, I believe that the career prospects is really important while making decision for a specific job. It's whether it is easy to get promoted or receiving awards from the employers. And another aspect which is worth mentioning is whether the salary is suitable or enough for someone to pay the bills or manage their budgets for other reasons. Also,
Okay.
I believe that whether the job is suitable for a person's well-being, like whether they are fit enough for the job, or if they are healthy enough, like having less getting chance to whether they are healthy enough to be able to do the job.
Okay. All right. So what do you think, Ms. Trang? What should people consider when choosing jobs then?
I think when choosing a job, people should consider different important factors. First, they should do some self-reflect to figure out what is their what are their interests and strengths and weakness. Those are very important to understand about themselves. And secondly, they should do careful research about the job they want to apply, whether the job is suitable for them in short term and long term.
Okay.
Those job description is suitable for their skill set. And finally, they should consider carefully about the career prospect, how the career path can grow further when they take the job, and what the company package, the compensation that the company can provide for them in short term and long term.
We have a professional here. We have a professional here. She knows stuff. She knows her thing. Come on, class, listen to Trang. Yes. Okay, what else then?
And finally, the factor that people usually, not consider carefully, but it's very important, is the company culture and their line manager working style. Is it a long-term fit for them? Because it's people usually say people come for the job, but people live for the boss. So it's very important to consider.
What do you mean?
People live for the people, có nghĩa là đến vì công việc nhưng mà rời đi là vì con người á thầy.
Oh, is the people leave because of the people? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Or because of the boss? Exactly. Precisely that, you know, if your employers leave, if your employees leave, it's because you were not a good boss. That's why. Okay, good enough, I guess. All right, so let's go on to the next one, which is 42, right? So let's go on to the next one. It's okay, let's try 44 now. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time. Khi bạn ăn cái gì đó lần đầu tiên. You should say, okay, what you ate. Okay. Okay, you should say what you ate, when you ate it, where you were, and explain how you felt about it. And we have a few part 3 questions here. What kinds of foreign food are popular in your country? And why are they popular? I'll let you answer this one, okay? Think about the culture of those people who make that food, you know? Think about the taste. Think about the price as well. So what are young people's opinions on new food? How about old people? Like, for example, is it easy for old people to accept new food or not, you know? Or they just want traditional food? Of course, young people are much more acceptant, are much more accepting of new food. They are willing to try new things, but old people, nah, not really. They're just very conservative in a way, you know. Rất bảo thủ. Conservative. It means they do not want to try new things. Very conservative somehow. Think also about I think mainly it's just how old people are much less accepting of new things. Anyway, but of course, not all the old people are the same. Of course, some of them are willing to try new things too, you know. So should teachers and parents teach children how to cook? Think about the fact that you are in a good country with a lot of food and food are relatively cheap, you know. But what would happen if you go out of a country? If you're in a forest, if you are not, if there's no food available around, if there's no one to cook for you, cooking is a vital skill to learn, you know, một kỹ năng thiết yếu đấy. It's actually a vital skill. And think about what people can learn through cooking. Thông qua chuyện nấu ăn người ta học được cái gì nữa không? Of course, people can be much more patient and they learn how to serve the others, you know, they can learn how to serve the others, and through that they can learn to be grateful, you know. Học cách là biết ơn á. Khi bạn biết phục vụ người khác, bạn sẽ biết ơn hơn. When you have to serve the others, you will be grateful. Of course, you will. I mean, most of the time it's going to be like that. Okay, so why do people like their local food? Think about local food being available. People can buy them for cheap, you know, always available. And it's actually the taste that you were born and raised with. It is the taste that you are so accustomed to or familiar with. Nó là cái vị mà mình đã quá quen thuộc với nó rồi. You're so accustomed to it, or you're so familiar with it, you know. And because of that, what would happen? Think about that. Think about what I just said. And of course, the price of local food will always be cheaper than the price of foreign food, of course, because the local foods, the price is available. I mean, all the materials is available and can be cultivated, can be grown in a local area, right? Mọi thứ được trồng sẵn sàng từ cái khu vực địa phương mà nó rẻ. One big exception is when you see Chinese food. You know, sometimes Chinese food can be cheaper than Vietnamese food if they export it to Vietnam and if Vietnam import a lot of them, you know. Nó tùy vào cái lượng người ta xuất nhập khẩu nữa nha. Nếu mà nhập khẩu quá nhiều đi nữa thì là cái giá thành sẽ giảm dữ lắm, có thể nó rẻ còn hơn local food á. Sometimes if people import too much food from other countries, the price can drop down and sometimes it can be even cheaper than local food. Yeah. But think about food means culture. And food means what? It's national pride as well. Niềm tự hào dân tộc nữa. Think about that. Okay. There's some time to think now. Okay, so Miss Chow, you first, please. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time. Cẩn thận với động từ các bạn. Careful with the verbs.
The first time that I have tried different food, different types of before. The food that I ate at the first time that was really good were dumplings. I remember that it was in middle school that I got a chance to taste this type of food. Well, I first knew this dish was from my sister who came from China, and she introduced me to this type of food called dumplings. And she came home with some ingredients and we actually did this dish together by the ingredients which were from my sister. And after finished this type of dish, I was very excited to try it. And when I first ate it, I was really surprised that it was really good. It was a type of food that was covered with a thin layer of dough, which had a mixture of vegetables and meat inside. And this food was also can also be fried or boiled up at the same time. So because of its variety and ways how to make it, I was really into this type of food because it was very delicious, and I could also try it with a lot of sauces. And I am well, since it has been a long time since I got a chance to try it again. But currently, I'm really looking forward to making this homemade dumplings with my sister and try it again.
Okay. Okay, good enough, but remember that you need to make it 2 minutes, okay? Okay, so let's do this one, okay, with Miss Trúc now. Please describe a time when you ate something for the first time, please.
I remember the first time I had dim sum, a traditional Chinese dish usually consisting of various dumplings with a grabber and a filling. I had it at a restaurant specializing in dim sum during the Mid-Autumn Festival a long years ago. In Chinese, dim sum means touching the heart, which I think is a very fitting description.
It's a fitting
dish-
description because you can eat it for breakfast, right? Dim sum, yeah,
Dim sums.
isn't it? Okay, please continue.
This-
Now let me stop you.
This dish is beautiful in appearance, delicious in flavor, and offer many small varieties. I had a wonderful and special meal during the Mid-Autumn Festival. Of course, besides delicious, this also eating with my family make the meal even more meaningful.
Okay. All right, so Miss Trang, your turn. Please describe a time when you ate something for the first time. Yes. Hello, Miss Trang, please. Your microphone on, please.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Okay,
All
okay, sorry.
right.
Okay. Okay. A few years ago, I ate raw beef for the first time in my life. The beef was served in thin slices with a side dish with dipping sauce, wasabi, and garlic. That's a whole new experience for me because I can eat raw fish like sashimi, but I had always been hesitant about eating raw meat. So this happened when I had a vacation in Kyoto, Japan, and it was in a traditional Japanese restaurant that's specialized for only local. I felt excited and very nervous for the first bite. It turned out a joyful moment as the beef texture was surprisingly tender and juicy, and it became a great combination with the sauce and the wasabi. For
That
me,
sounds juicy.
yeah. For me, it was not just a new dish, but it was a whole new experience. And I stepped out my comfort zone for food. It's also become a remarkable memory when when I usually talk with my friend when we recount about our Japan trip. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So, Miss Trang, please. So, what kinds of foreign food are popular in your country and why are they popular then?
In my country, Vietnam, and especially in Ho Chi Minh City, we are open for different kind of foreign food, such as Japanese, Korean, Thai, Chinese, and I think although foreign specialties and dishes are become popular in Vietnam because the first reason they are delicious, and second, Vietnamese people enjoy the moment they have good food, and they treasure the different concept, different style of cooking, and and when I and when I have free time, I usually have my friends gather in Korean barbecue, so that we can grill the meat together, eat together in a in a round table and share our enjoy the good food and share our daily life together.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all.
All right, good enough. Now, so Miss Zhao, please. So what are young people's opinions on new food? And how about old people?
Well, for me, I believe that the youngsters tend to be positive towards the new food. They are always willing to try out new things, get a chance to taste various dishes from all over the world instead of their local food. I could say that they are easier in adapting with new things. On the other hand, the old
adapting
people,
to new things.
yes, adapting to new things. On the other hand, the old people tend to show uh
Yes.
tend to neglect the idea of trying new food, as they are already used to their daily meals that they made in their household, and some of them are quite conservative about this
Conservative.
idea. Conservative in trying new food, as they may think that those food might be poisoned, or
maybe bad
those
for
food,
your health, They're much more likely to think of it that way.
yes, they may be too bad for their health, or it's maybe too strange.
Okay, I'll show you one way to say to have an antipathy, for something. So or they can have a prejudice, to have a prejudice against new food, for example. Chưa gặp đã có định kiến sẵn rồi. To have a prejudice against new food. It's like we always think of new food as being unhealthy, fat, too expensive, something like that, even before they have a taste of the new food, they have that prejudice ingrained in their minds, because they are old, just simply because of that fact, Research has shown that if you are more than 36 years old, it's very hard from that point on to accept new things. Từ 36 tuổi trở lên thì rất khó để các bạn có thể tiếp nhận thứ mới được nha. Actually, it's according to science. And I don't want to be that way. I want to accept new things too. Okay, anyway. So, Ms. Ripley, so should teachers and parents teach children how to cook? And why do you think so?
I think this idea should be supported. Of course, it also depends on the child interest. Simple dishes like frying eggs, cooking rice, and stir-frying vegetable can be taught because they are quite simple. But if they are simple, but if they are interested in learning cooking as a hobby, their parents or their teacher can help them more. I think cooking is a valuable skill
A valuable skill.
a valuable skill for self-care, and children will see many benefits in their future whenever they live alone or have their own family.
Okay. All right, so Miss Tran, please. So what do you think? Should teachers and parents teach children how to cook?
Yes, I believe teachers and parents should teach children how to cook. Children is a vital skill for life that can support children to be independent
To be
and
what? To be what?
to be independent.
To be independent, I see.
To be independent and take care of themselves when they grow up. And it also have children understand about the importance of how say of making a meal and how say appreciate grateful the
Okay.
meal that their parents or people cook for them.
Okay.
And moreover, cooking skill can help those children when they become adult. They can take care of their partners or their children and somehow build a good relationship with their beloved one, like their children. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So, Mr. Why do people like their local food then?
I think people like their local food because simply they used to eating them, including the way they are seasoned and prepared. Besides of that, some reasons such as coastal areas, there are many kinds of fresh and delicious seafood than other place that make the dish become more unique and delicious. So not only people in that place like their food, others people from others reasons also like this
Also,
and
from
make
other regions, you
us
mean? From other regions.
other regions also like this.
Okay. Any other ideas?
And for me, local food in another way show the cultures of the place that is belong to. So it's become very special for people who
Special. It becomes very
special
special.
for people who live there. And when they have to go far away, their hometown, it's make they every time when
Makes them.
yes, every time they eat this kinds of food,
Yes.
make them
It makes them
it's
remember
make
their
them
hometown.
remember it.
It helps them remember. It helps them to think about their days when they were still in their homeland, you know. Okay. So what do you think, Miss Tran? Why do people like their local food then?
I think people like local food because their appetites get used to with the local taste, which they grew up with,
They
and
grew up with. They grew up.
they grew up with, and they feel comfortable with it, and the flavors and the ingredients are used in local food, usually fresh and easy to get at that area. so they love to enjoy it. And also people consider food means culture and the national pride, so
And
that
the national
when
pride is a symbol
the
of national
national pride,
It can be a
so that
symbol of national pride, một biểu tượng của biểu tượng của sự tự hào dân tộc. It's a national pride symbol as well. If you think about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it can be a national pride, so that they want to promote it when they live they are living abroad. For example, you can see that Korean, they're usually seeking to a Korean restaurant. After 1 or 2 days, they arrive in different countries because they really love their national food.
National food.
National food. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, very well then. I think we can end it here. All right, for today. So tomorrow we'll do writing then, okay?